Check it out. All right, let's get to the main event, a do-it-yourself sound booth. Now, why would I be building one of these things? All right, well, I was inspired to turn my many ebooks into audiobooks when I hosted a guy named Derek Depker on a fantastic webinar he did for everybody on my email list on this topic. And you got to watch the webinar. The replay's ready, and I'll have a link in the show notes to it for you. But you might say, well, hey, Tom, you already get pretty good sound on this podcast. Why bother with the sound booth? Well, the reason is that the audio requirements for a major audio book publishers is very exacting. See, the less noise I have in the recording, the easier it will be to get the audio accepted. And I mean, in this podcast, if my dog barks or the phone rings, I just usually joke about it or leave it in or edit it out, whatever. But that won't fly with Audible and other big audio book producers. Now, let me emphasize, though, no, you do not have to build a sound booth to do an audiobook. And also let me emphasize, I'm not building a soundproof room. If my dogs bark, I have to re-record that section after they shut up. Soundproof rooms cost a small fortune, and that's not what I'm talking about here. The sound booth is just going to be a tiny space where the sound of my voice is not going to bounce around all over the place. The blanketed walls are just going to absorb most of the sound instead of bounce it. And again, let me emphasize, you do not have to do this to record your audiobook. I just always go overboard, and while normal people were putting up a Christmas tree, on Christmas Eve, I was building a sound booth. If you know me, doing something like that is not uncommon for me during the holidays. All right, how does this work? Well, the frame of your booth is going to be made out of PVC pipe.